Hey guys, I'm on grade 3, first piece, group B, by Mike Osborne. It's called Ole! And don't know if that's Italian, but it certainly sounds Italian. Mike Osborne, you know what you did. You know what you did. This is not an easy piece, it's fast. It's 120 BPM, it's in 3/4 time, and it wasn't an hour ago I started playing this for the first time, let's put it that way. It took me, it's like 4 right now. I sat down at this at 2 and I've just gotten a clean take of it. Like, just to put it in perspective, the last piece I did, I practiced it and then I sat and recorded and it was one take. So I know we're at grade 3 now, so I'm not complaining too much, but it's a 3/4 piece. It does involve counting, and I've said this to you guys plenty of times before. At this stage, if you're not counting, you're doing yourself a disservice. We've got triplets in this as well, so you got to be good at counting triplets. But yeah, let's just talk it through. We've got a bass and a crash on 1. We've got a rest on 2, and then we got a snare and a floor tom accented. So you can see those sideways V's, they're little accents. 3 and first bar. 1, 2, 3 and. Same rhythm on the second bar, but we're moving from the floor tom and snare drum to the floor tom, second rack tom. So it goes 1, 2, 3 and then the third bar is the same, but we're moving this left hand again to the first rack tom. 1, 2, 3 and then you got a cycle down with that left hand. 1 and 2 and 3. It doesn't give any indication on what hands to use here, but that's the ones I chose to use, and you might choose to go. But that's just the way. It's one or the other, you know. Moving on to bar 5, we've got a bass and a crash on 1, and then 2E and floor and snare. 3 and on 6 it's 1, 2E and floor tom and second rack tom. 3 and then on 7 1, 2E and floor tom and first rack tom. 3 and then it travels down. 1 E and 2E and 3E and. So watch out for that travel down again. So it's a variant on the first line. Moving on to bar 9, we've got a bass and a crash, 1 and then a 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Same on bar 10, except the 3 and is over here in second rack tom. 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Same on 11, 1 and a 2 and. To change the floor tom, 3 and then 1 and a 2 and a 3 and. Okay, so that's the end of section A. So work on section A on its own and get comfortable with it before you move on to section B. Section B has a dotted quaver and semiquaver, so you get 1 E and that kind of pop on the Don't make the mistake of putting that on the and calling it 1 E. So it's 1, 2 E and 3 E and which is tied into a 2-beat roll on the next line. 1 E and 2 E and then a triplet, 3 and. Okay, so you might want to work on 13 and 14 a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and. Make sure that's tripletized, not 3 and it's 3 and nice and even. 1. I do like this line quite a lot. So that's 13 and 14. I just played 15 and 16, but it's 1 E and so it's the same rhythm you had on 13, except you're switching what the hands are doing and the feet are doing. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1, 2, 3. So let me play that line for you. Okay, that's a very short section B, and then 17 is the start of section C. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and. So that moves up the toms. Okay, what we have here is a 1 and a 2 and 3 and. There's a bass drum on 3 there, don't forget that. 1 then starts on the rack tom. 1 and then 3 and. Okay, so it cycles back down. Do 17 and 18 together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then 19 is the same as 17. 1, 2, and 3, and then 20 is 1 E and 2, 3. Crash on its own, accented, not that common, but it really fits this piece quite well because it takes the bottom end out of that crash and just leaves it kind of bright. And then we got a flam. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 E and a 2. Alright, so don't leave gaps like I did. 1 and a 2 and 3, 1 and a 2, 3, 1 and a 2, 3. You notice that bass drum pattern is 1 and a 2, 3 and 1 and a 2, 3 and 1 and a 2, 3 and 1 E and a 2. So get that nice and solid. That's the end of the first page. Ha! Yeah, you're only halfway. Woo! Now, section D is a bit of fun because it does bring in the left hand foot, so that makes it a little difficult. But it's a very readable pattern, and it comes down all the way to 36. So you like this. You're likely to like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So you got bass drum on 1 and hi-hat on 2 and on 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you got there is accents on all the rights. Right, 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 1, 3. And then on bar 28 it reverses. It goes 1, 2, 3. So practice those 4 together. We do the exact same thing on the next section, except we're using triplets instead of quavers. Okay, the next section is the exact same, using semiquavers. Okay, so practice that as a section. It's called D. Then E moves on to a nice quiet 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it builds up from quiet on 37 all the way up to forte on 40. 1 E and 2, 3 and. Don't play anything other than 1 crotchet on that 2, because the temptation is to go and on that. It's not there. It's 2. 1, 2, 3 and 1 E and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2. Okay, that brings us to F, which is our final section. And F is, I found it quite strange. 1 and 2 and 3, and the 2 and the 3 have accents on them, so they should stand out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we move our left hand up to the second rack tom, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then our left hand goes to the first rack tom, does the same thing. 1, 2, 3. So that together is like this. Then you got a 1 E and that's fortissimo forte, so it's very loud. 1, a 2 E and a 3 E and a 46. Then goes 1, 2 and a 3 and a. So let me play that for you. 1. Then 47. 1, 2, 3, and then 48. 1. So this is triplets. 1, 2 and 3 and a. That sticking is written in there, so right, right, left, right, right, left is the way it's got to be. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now, I thought I'd get a lot more trouble with the sticking and the triplets on the second last bar there, but it kind of flowed quite well for me. It was getting everything else in time with it that was problematic, so I focused on that last line quite a bit when I was running it. It's a fun piece to play. Like, the performance of it took me a while to nail. And I wouldn't even say I nailed it, I got it. I'd need to practice it a bit more to get really confident with it, but don't let the challenge get you down. If you're having trouble with it, let me know if there's any bars on it you need a bit of help with. Hopefully this explanation, it's a quick overview, guys, and I can't really go into it like I would in a lesson, But if you have questions, you need clarification, do let me know. If there's any pieces around this grade that you'd like me to cover that I haven't already, let me know and I'll work on doing that. If you want any of the earlier pieces, they're in playlists already and everything's been done up to this point, so take a look. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to go before I say something that I have to cut out. I'll see you later on, guys, and yeah, thanks for watching this far. Chat soon.